Do you need a worksheet for your Outschool class, but can't find one for a good price or for free, or can't find a worksheet that you need, or you found one but don't have permission to use it? Well, stay tuned, I got you covered. Hello everyone, I'm teacher Natalie from the edtechwizard.com. Here on my channel you'll find videos all about teaching online, using technology in your classes, and becoming the best online teacher you can be. If you would like help through the hiring process for VIP Kid or Outschool, go ahead and create an account with my link down below. I'm happy to coach you through the application process and beyond. Just shoot me an email that you used my link. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to create a worksheet from a blank page using Canva. By the end of this video, I want you to be able to create your own worksheet that you will have ready to go for your next Outschool class. Before you create your worksheet, think of the purpose of your worksheet. Is this worksheet or activity to be completed after class, after your lesson, and then they do the worksheet, you send it home after class? Or is it an activity or a worksheet or something they fill out during class? Having this in mind will help guide you with what you want to put on your worksheet. If it's an after class activity, you need to be sure to include directions that are easy to follow on your worksheet. If it's in class activity, maybe you don't need to have written directions because you are giving the directions. So have the purpose of your worksheet in mind. Now let's get started. Let's hop on to Canva. Now there are several templates for you to use on Canva. You can use these, tweak these how you see fit. If you want to watch a video on how I create a worksheet and edit it from a template, go ahead and check out this video and I'll walk you through how to do that. But for today, we're going to start from blank. So I'm going to click blank tablet, blank page. Now before we get started, we have a bunch of menus over here to the left. Templates, this button is what's going to pull up all the templates we just saw before I clicked blank page. I can still see them here. Uploads, this is going to be everything I uploaded to Canva. Any pictures, anything like that, I upload them. Photos, you can search for photos for your worksheets, for anything you use Canva for. Go ahead and type in the search and you can search that elements. This is the one I use the most. These graphics, I use them the most, and this is what we're going to be using today for my worksheet. Text box, adding text, this is where you're going to add in text. Music, I don't need to add in music, you can add in videos. Background, this one will change the entire background of your page, and so you don't have to resize an image or whatnot. That background's just going to fill it. So let's get started. I don't need the background, so I'm going to delete it. The first thing I'm going to do is change the title of my worksheet. That way it's easier for me to find and it keeps it more organized. So my worksheet is going to be all about patterns. It's for my pattern class that I teach to preschoolers. So fun with patterns. There's the name of my worksheet. Now in this worksheet, this is going to be something students are going to use after class, and I want them to continue to practice what we've learned in class. So we're learning different pattern types. So my vision for this worksheet is to have some animals to cut and paste on to my worksheet to create different patterns. So let's add a title. I'm going to add a text and then click heading and add my title. I'm just going to add my title again, Fun with Patterns. Now I click on this little plus arrow and it allows me to move my pattern, move my title, and then I can click here the dots to resize it. I'm going to resize it just a little bit. I'm going to add it right there. I love the lines in Canva because it really helps you make sure your text is where you want it. It's lined up with other ones. And there we go. So with text, I can highlight all of it. I just kind of triple click and it will highlight everything in that box for me. And I can change the font here. There are several fonts to choose from. The list goes on and on. Now, if there has a crown by it, that is associated with the paid version. So if you're paying for Canva, you are able to use it. If it doesn't have a crown by it, then that's free for you to use. Go ahead and choose your font. So I like the other font I had better, so I can go up here and click undo, or that pop up, the Control Z. I use that all the time. Control Z undoes. Control Z undoes anything I use it for. Fun with patterns, and then redo will put it back how it was. So fun with patterns, I'll move it back, make it a little bigger. There we go. Now here, if I am, is where I can choose the font size. It's at 40.3. I can change it here. I can change the color of my text here. Now it's really fun to play with color of text, but when you're making a worksheet, keep in mind that parents will be printing this off, so it's easier to print and for them when it's black and white. So if I'm creating an activity, so like a presentation in Canva or an activity where I'm just going to show it on my screen, then I will add colorful pictures. But if it's something I want parents to print off, then I'm just going to make it all black and white, easy to print off. So that's how we change the color. And then for some fonts, keep in mind you can use these ones. And this one will change to all capital letters or not capital letters, and then you have the alignment. Here it will align in your text box. So if we make this text box bigger, then we can see how the different alignment changes. Bullet points, add bullet points to anything or numbers. You just have to click. I clicked it for bullet point and I clicked it again for a number, clicked it again, and it goes away. And then you have line spacing. So if you have a lot of text, a paragraph, you can change the spacing of the words. And here you have effects. This one's fun. Text effects. Click on it and then you can change all of this. I like to use shadow. It just kind of makes that text pop out. And then you can also play with how big you want your shadow to come off from your text, the direction you want your shadow to be on your text. Do you want that text to be blurry, or how dark do you want that shadow to be? It's a lot of fun to play with. Now I have a title for my worksheet. I need instructions for my worksheet as well because it's going to be going home. So text box, add another heading. Now you just type in your instructions and then we'll resize it and go from there. So I want students to cut out pictures of animals that I'm going to use and create a pattern with it. Now I want my directions to be a little small and I'm not sure where to put them yet, so let's keep working on adding everything so we can place everything on it. It's easier for me if I have everything on my worksheet, and then I can play with placement to see the best place for it. I want to use animals. In my class, students are creating patterns. So for this activity, I want just two different pictures of animals for them to cut and paste and make simple patterns with. So we're going to find animals, and I'm going to go to Elements, and we're going to type in an animal, cat. Now I'm looking for black and white images, so cat, let's do cat outline. If I type in that word outline, then it will pull up outlines in black and white images, which is what I want. So now I just have to pick one. We'll do this one. So here's a cat, and we need one more. We'll do enter dog outline. I like these ones a little better. This one is cute. Okay. So now I have 2 images, but I want students to be able to cut and paste several images, so we're going to copy and paste these images. So I want to first get them to the right size, and I'm going to have several in a row. So let's put them here, several in a row for them to cut out and create these patterns with. So I'm going to click on my image, so it has a blue box on it, and so it's highlighted. Control copy or Control C on a PC, and then Control V. If you're on a Mac, it's Command to get that shortcut. And then it's copied, so I'm just going to go Control V again. Control V, Control V. There we go. And then same with the dog. Control C, copy, Control V, paste. And I'm just going to get 5 more here. That filled up my page. Okay, now here is a fun part. So I have several images, but they're not in line, and I want them to be. So instead of spending time finding and seeing, oh, there's that pink line, I know it's in the middle, we can do it a super fast way. So I'm going to click on an image, hold shift, and click on the rest of my images. Now they're all highlighted. Then I'm going to go up here, click position, and I want to tidy up this way. Ta-da! They're all nice and neat. Now I'm going to do the same with the dogs. Hold shift, click all of my dogs, position, tidy up. Ta-da! That is awesome. Now students are going to be cutting these apart, so I want my animals a little further spaced out. So I moved this one over. My cats are a little too close together, keeping in mind preschoolers are going to be cutting these out. So I want them to be able to easily cut them out, not cut the pictures up, because they are small. So I moved this one over so I can adjust how far apart my animals are. So if I click now all of them and then tidy up, it will tidy up. It moves it. It tidies them up between the last 2 I picked. So now let's line my last one up with each other. And I'm going to do the same. Highlight all of them. I have to have that the blue box around it to be highlighted, not the dashed one. The blue box has to be around all of them. Tidy up. Now that's better. Okay, now I want to add a box around this. But I want a thinner line. That one looks a little better. So now I just need a box to go around my animals. There we go. Now I have a box around my animal, and I'm just going to add a dotted line. See if we can find a thin one. That works, that works. Okay, and then up here I can change the color of all the boxes I want. So if I click on my box, I want it black. I'm going to click black. This dotted line, I want black. Click the color here again and change it to black. I can also change the color of my images. So I added this box on top of my image, and now I cannot click my image. So what you're going to do is just play with the position. So here's my box. It's not letting me click on my cats unless I move it, but I want my box to stay there. So I'm going to go up to position, move to back. If I move it to back, it's going to move it behind everything. So I'm going to click that, and now I can click on my pictures. If I move it backwards, then it's just going to move it behind that last image I just put on, not all of them. So if you want it behind everything, move it to back. Here, the same thing, move it forward. We'll move it just one thing forward. That way you can start overlapping pictures if that's what you want to do. And to front, that's going to move my image all the way to the front, and now I cannot click on the images again. So to back, now I can click on the images. So I'm going to add this dotted line here. I'm going to keep it here so I don't accidentally touch an image when it gets bigger. Okay, there we go. I'm going to adjust. I'm going to move my dogs all the way down. I highlighted them all, that way I can move them all at once. I'm going to see if I can pick, if there's a different one, different dotted line. That's better. That doesn't get quite as big. So just backspace to delete it. This one is what I want, not quite as big. Change the color, there we go. Okay, and I want the same one. I'm going to click Control C for copy, Control V, paste. Now I have a dotted line. Oops. Okay, I have this dotted line. I'm going to move it. There we go. Okay, do you see how I moved this dog? And I didn't want it to be moved. I don't want it to be moved at all anymore. So I'm going to hold Shift, highlight everything at once, and there are a couple things we can do here. Group. I can group. Now all of my animals are there grouped together. So if I move it, it's going to move together. They don't have to be highlighted anymore. They're going to move as one. So I added a new line, and here I can adjust it, but that's as small as I can get it to go. So let's add it in here, and we'll just make some adjustments. So I'm going to rotate it so it's vertical. There we go, 90 degrees. And then Control Copy, Control Paste. Then that lets me add it in here, but I want it black. So before I copy any more, I want it black. Okay, now I'm going to adjust my box just so it fits that. So I'm going to unlock it, move it down. I'm going to unlock my dogs again, move it down, and then I'm going to grab that line and move it down. There we go. Then to make this a little more even, I'm going to just highlight it, ungroup it. That way I can just move my cats into the middle. There we go. And then I'm going to move my dogs into the middle. There we go. Okay, I'm going to hold my cursor here, drag it over everything so it's highlighted, and I'm going to group it together. Now I can't move an individual piece, but I can still move this around. Now my directions, I want students, they're going to cut out these animals, and then down below I'm going to give them a place to paste it. So directions, cut cut and create a pattern. So I'm going to highlight this, control copy, control paste, to add some more directions to it. Now I want my words to be small, just like this one up here. So I'm going to highlight this, click the paintbrush up here, copy style, and then I can just click my words and it will make it exactly the same. Same font, same size. That is what it's copying. So I want students to paste, and I'm creating this worksheet. I don't see that I have enough animals for them to create both patterns. I want them to be able to cut out the animals and then glue them onto their worksheet, but I don't see that I have enough here to do that. So what I'm going to do actually is we're going to create another page for them to create all of these as well. So I'm going to have a page of these animals just to cut out so that I know they have enough, and then a page with all the questions. So there's going to be 2 pages to my worksheet, which is fine. As we go along and create patterns to fill in what we need for our class, this is what happens, because we want to be able to create exactly what we need. So let's create a new page. How are we going to do that? I'm going to click add a page down here right at the bottom. That's going to add a blank page for us to start over. Here I can add all my questions and words. Here, if I click duplicate page, then it's going to duplicate my exact page again. So maybe I want the same page and I just need to make a couple tweaks to fit a different class. Then I can duplicate page and have that work. But I'm going to delete this page. There we go. Okay, so here I'm going to just drag it and drop it to my next page. So I'm clicking and holding, and it's going to go to my next page. Now this, because I grouped it all, I'm going to copy and paste. Now there's 2 of them. Now there should be enough for both patterns. So this page is done. Now if you're having troubles coming up with class ideas or writing lesson plans, be sure to, in the description box, download my free guides for both of those to help you get started. I have a free guide for how to create and write a lesson plan for your class, and also how to come up with class ideas. It's a brainstorming worksheet. By filling it out, you'll have several ideas after it. So be sure to check those out down in the description box. Now, paste an ABA. Let's add some more instructions here. Paste an ABA pattern. Here, paste an ABBA pattern. And we created patterns in class using snack food. So what I'm going to do is continue with that. Control copy, control paste. Using your snack, try creating a new pattern. I like to offer new ideas. That way they can try it on their own. So if they're ready for that extension, they have that extension. If they're not ready for it, then that's fine. They can have help from a parent if that's available. So, I think I spelled pattern wrong. Now I want a box for them to fill out. I want a space for them to be able to glue their patterns in. So, and also a box for these patterns, and then I think we are done. So I'm going to get that box from, let's see if we can copy it from here. So I'm going to go ungroup, highlight everything, copy, paste. I'm going to drag that box down here. This way I know by using this exact same box, I know once they cut them out, they're going to fit. So what I'm going to do is now just delete the animals. So delete, I'm going to shift, hold, shift, click on all of the animals, and then click delete. There we go. That was easy. Okay, let's move my words down so they're not in the way. Oops. Okay, yeah, I needed to group that, so I'm going to go back. Now everything's highlighted. I'm going to, oops, let's highlight everything again. I don't want my words highlighted, so I'm going to move that. So I'm going to drag my cursor over there so it groups everything together. Now it's all grouped and I can move it freely. So paste an AB pattern. Okay, I want this box again. Let's see. And here is our worksheet we just created. So it's going to be after school on my class, and that wasn't too hard, wasn't too bad to create. Just remember, as you are creating your worksheet, it's okay to tweak it as you go to fit your needs. It wasn't all going to fit on one page, and I saw that it wasn't going to, and that's okay. We made adjustments to move from there. The last thing I want to show you is adding another image for transparency. So let's add another picture. Let's just do dog and say I want this one colored, but I want it in the background just to make it fun. Now you can decide to do this if you want it there or not. Keep in mind parents are printing this off, but I just want to show you this option because maybe you are doing something in class. So I have this image and I want it to be behind everything, so we're going to go position to back. And I want it, the transparency, which is right here, the checkerboard. Now this makes it really thin. That way we have this cute little picture of the dog in the background, and parents are, and to add some more color and element to this worksheet. I'm ready to download this worksheet to upload it to the Outschool classroom. So I'm going to click download, and it comes up with a suggestion file, but because mine is a worksheet, I want to make sure it's PDF standard, and I can, when I download anything, I can select all pages, or maybe I just want the first page, and the second page I can do something else with, which is a cool option. So I can create in one document every worksheet I need for a certain class, but maybe students only need this certain page, and this page is going to be on my screen to talk about it. So there are several options there, but I want both pages, and then just click done, and then make sure to click download again, and it will download my whole worksheet, and then you upload it to the classroom. Thanks for creating a worksheet with me, guys. And creating a worksheet is super easy with Canva. And now you are ready to create your own worksheet for Canva and give your students exactly what they need and what your class offers. I also use Canva to create my class images for my Outschool. So if you want to know how to do that, be sure to check out this video and I will walk you through how to do that. And I'll go through how to upload images to Canva for you to then download and use for your picture and make your picture stand out for parents. Please subscribe to this channel so you will know when my next video comes out, when we will create a lesson presentation using slides in Canva. So cool. See you next time. You got this.